that's that. Let us now talk a little bit about the new setup, shall we? So I have two pieces of artwork behind me. Now I have two other pieces of artwork that are similar size that maybe I will rotate in and out during the course of the year. For now, I figure I'll leave these for the month of January, see what you guys think. Okay, what do we got? To my right, it is the classic Super Mario Bros. 1 boss fight in Bowser's Castle. Mario with the Fire Flower ability, fighting Bowser, or King Koopa as some called him back then, as he throws the hammers at you, because yes, back then he had the Hammer Brother ability. There's the classic moat and the drawbridge, and what you need to do is either defeat him with fireballs or jump over him and get the axe that removes the bridge. He falls into the lava and you beat the stage. 99% of the game, you then go to the next room where a little toadstool man is there. He says, sorry, the princess is in another castle and you wasted your time, you schmuck. But at the end of the game, you actually rescue the princess. So there you go. This is a artwork from all the way back 2009. Yes, this is a 14-year-old piece of art. It was made by a gentleman and an artist named Square Painter. This is a man who, over the years, has painted probably thousands of original pieces of art that are all 8-bit style like this, okay? He basically takes the sprites from classic games and he paints them on a grid, exciting scenes like this. I first met Square Painter ages ago. When my early days as a YouTuber, around 2010, I started going to conventions, and I met the guy. He was in the creators area, which basically would be like a vendor area where they would sell artwork. They would sell not just artwork like this, but, you know, hand-drawn art, handcrafted items, like some people who would make like quilts and clothes, like cosplay items, collectibles, all kinds of stuff would be sold in that area back then. And so he was there with a big display of all his artwork. And I was very impressed with his art because I thought, man, this is exactly the kind of stuff that I like from my childhood. And I would love to have this kind of stuff in my house. And so at that time, I was interested in getting some stuff. And I don't think I actually got anything. I always saw his stuff. And I think at first I bought a few very small pieces. In fact, if you saw the previous setup that I had a Super Mario and Ninja Turtle. Or it could have been the opposite order. I think it was Ninja Turtle and Super Mario, right? Super Mario, Ninja Turtle. Whichever order they were. Those were also Square Painter artwork, okay? But those were very small, little mini things, while this is like a full-fledged painting-sized piece of artwork that he did. So originally I was a patron of the arts, you know, getting smaller things, but as I got bigger on YouTube around, you know, 2010, 2011, 2012, and I was making big money, I actually started supporting these guys a lot more and buying bigger and bigger pieces of artwork, okay? So this is one of the biggest pieces that I ever bought from Square Painter. And this used to hang in my condo in Connecticut, you know, when I had it back in the day, in the background. So you probably have seen portions of it, but you probably never saw the whole thing on camera because I never really had it in frame. It was always like in the background on the wall, you know, hanging when I was doing a vlog on my couch or whatever, but you probably never saw the whole thing, right? So this, for a long time, was there. Then when I moved across the country in 2014, it sat in storage, basically in a closet, for about 4 to 5 years. All right. Then around 2017, like mid 2017, I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I got all this cool stuff. And I got all wrapped up and I'm not doing anything with it. Well, I'm like hiding my hobbies that I like. Why am I doing that? So I basically just tore all the packing paper off of everything. And I started hanging up my artwork all around the house. And this piece of art has actually been right here outside of my wall, hung at the end of the hallway for the last, you know, 4.5 years, 5 years, actually 5 years now that I'm thinking about it, because now we're at 2013, so over 5 years, it's kind of been hanging in the hallway. Okay? And I thought that would be something really neat to add to the setup here. And by the way, I should say Square Painter still does this. I believe he's currently at MagFest. MagFest, the Music and Games Festival, you know, convention that I was at like a decade ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's at it, selling his wares right now. So shout out to Square Painter. I still like your stuff, and I still, you know, I'm actually going to be having it prominently on the streams, at least for the foreseeable future, which is kind of cool. I mean, look how good this was from over a decade ago, right? So there you go. Now, what we have over here is another piece of artwork, and you might just say, well, that's Square Painter, right? Well, right and wrong, because this piece of artwork was actually a collaboration, okay? Square Painter painted the background. So you see all the detailed background that actually is the real background of how it would look if you were playing Mega Man 3. Because this is actually a scene from Mega Man 3. This is Mega Man with the Shadow Blade, is it called? It's supposed to be like a ninja star, but once you defeat Shadow Man, you get his Shadow Blade ability. And that's the weakness of Spark Man, and this is the Spark Man boss. So it's supposed to be representative of, you know, using the right weapon against the boss in Mega Man 3. Okay? So, Square Painter painted the background, but this was a collaboration between Square Painter and someone else called Pixel Papa. Now, at the time, now this, by the way, this artwork is from 2012. And I remember specifically buying it when it was a brand new piece of art in 2012. Okay, at a convention. I couldn't tell you which convention it was, but I know I bought it. They were both there. They were selling it as a collab work, and I bought it. Okay? So, Pixel Papa made bead artwork. What you're seeing here, all the sprites, are not hand-painted on. These are bead designs made from plastic beads that were basically melted. And those are glued onto the Square Painter artwork. So it's kind of a 3D painting. Okay? Now today, there's other companies that have copied this idea, and now they do it differently. What they do is they just do like plastic. So instead of having actual hand-painted artwork with beads and stuff, instead, it's just chunks of plastic that they screen print stuff on. They really aren't art. They're just kind of collectibles. This is more of a real work of art because it's two guys using their hands to make it, as opposed to a fucking machine mass-producing things and pumping them out, which I've seen in stores, and I've seen them online now. That you can get these, 3D art, and it's just some fucking, you know, machine made it. There's really no artistic value to that, in my opinion. Anyway, so, I really liked it. This was the first of its kind that I ever saw 10 years ago, and I bought it. So, collaboration, Square Painter and Pixel Papa, and I really liked it, okay? Now, I have other ones as well. For example, I have a Ninja Gaiden piece of artwork that I hang in my hallway. That one's really long. Like, you would start here and go all the way to, say, like, here. It's very, very, like letterbox length. And so if I were to use that one, I would have to find a way to set it up so it fits on camera and also doesn't, like, hit the door and stuff. But I could probably get that to work. And I have a different Mega Man piece of art that's very similar to this one. It's a different boss fight from a different Mega Man game, so I won't spoil you. I'll show you later. But what I'm thinking is, for now, this is pretty cool. Let's have these on camera for the month, right? Let's see how it goes. If you guys like it, great. We'll keep it. And then what we can maybe do is alternate and go back and forth every once in a while. Maybe mix them up, mix up the order and the way that I do it, so that looks like mixed up and varied over the course of the year. And that way, it makes it look different. Now, if you guys, you know, after, you know, a few weeks are like, nah, okay, but forget this, go back to the old setup, we could do that too. We could bring back the smaller pieces of art. We could bring back all those little figurines. Not to say that I don't have figurines. As you can see, I still have my Fallout bobblehead. I still have my Sonic the Hedgehog 15th anniversary figurine. Yes, this came out on his 15th anniversary, and now he's, what, over 30? So basically a pretty old figurine. And over here, we still have, of course, the Pac-Man lamp, which is one of your favorites from my previous setup. And also Wolverine, the Wolverine figure. Something iconic to the memes about me, correct? I still like this setup. I think it's a little combination of different things, but I was thinking, gee, should I put the figures down here? I was like, why would I want to do that? That's just going to hide the artwork to put figures down there in the moat or whatever. That's kind of stupid, right? So I didn't want to do that. Same thing over here. Like, I think the artwork looks great. I don't want to be blocking the art with these little figures and things like that. But if you guys want variety and you want me to bring back a similar setup to what I had last year, we could eventually do that as well. What I'm thinking of, let's keep it for now as is, right? And let's enjoy it, and let's see if you guys like it. And if we want to rotate out, we can. If you want to go back to the old setup, we can. But this is just an idea I had. I thought it looked really neat. Now, I see people saying idiotic things in the chat, so allow me to get past the idiocy. No, I'm not selling this stuff. I can't. I've already explained to you guys 4 million times, I can't sell shit online. If I were to try to sell anything online, people would troll. They would do false bids, try to scam me. You guys are stupid as shit for saying dumb shit like that. I'm not going to be selling this stuff online. Stop it. I'm just going to say it once. I'm not even going to bring it up. If I see it again, are you selling that online? I'm just going to fucking ban you. Because it's such a dumb thing. We talked about it all last summer. How I have all these cool things in my closet I can't sell because of the online trolling I receive. No, stop asking dumb fucking questions. I can't sell this stuff. All right? It's just, it really gets to the point where it's like, why are you so stupid? How dumb can you be? Sell it anonymously. Carliga, how would I do that? These are one-of-a-kind pieces. The moment someone sees this online, they know it's me selling it. It's just, you know? And no, we're not going to sit here for hours and you tell me every little way that I'm wrong and I should be selling it online. How about this? No, it's not for sale. These are private things for the streams, okay? And by the way, like I said, I looked into it during my bankruptcy. These really have no actual legal value because they're not licensed by Nintendo. Like, this would have to be licensed by Capcom. This would have to be licensed by Nintendo. They're not. They don't have any legal value as a collectible. There is no, you couldn't go online and list these and say, oh, this is worth this. You wouldn't. There's zero because they're not licensed, you see? They're unlicensed works. But they have value to some people like me. I like them. And so having them on my stream, that's the value of it, you see? So anyway, that being said, I hope you like it. And I hope that you guys are interested in having these on stream, at least for the foreseeable future. And like I said, if we get bored of them, hey, Phil, can you rotate these out now? Can we see some new ones? Yeah, we could. We could try that out. Hey, Phil, you want to go back to the old setup? We could do that too, you know? The thing is, people were, like, really tired of seeing the PS5 and the Xbox Series X boxes. So this is a way to basically do something different and fresh, right? And I like that. Again, this is really only possible because of the camera. If I didn't have the new camera, this would not look good. It would look blurry and shitty. But because I have the new camera, it looks really good, okay?